So, Dane, what do you got for your next one?
My next one is it's a classic too. It's Back to the Future.
That was on my list too.
That was on my list.
I love it.
God,
What a
Back to the
perfect movie.
Future.
That was my next one.
Nice.
We all had it.
We all got it.
The perfect trilogy.
Dude, I love it. It is the perfect trilogy. Even the third one, I know when he goes back and there's like cowboy shit, I'm just like, it's all right, but it's still really good.
Now,
Absolutely, I love it.
What is it that you like about the trilogy in general?
Just Marty and Doc, their interactions, their commentary, everything, all just Doc and Marty, man.
Yeah, the chemistry between them, and I agree. I rewatched the trilogy when I got this 4K a couple years ago, and I will admit this. I watched them, like I said, I worked second shift for years. I watched one each night after work. I cried every night when the Back to the Future movie ended. And not because I was sad, it just touched me so much. And when I got to the third one, it was so long, because I would go back and watch part 1 or part 2, and it was so long before I watched part 3. But when I watched part 2, it must have been a while since I watched that, because it literally ends and it's like to be continued. And I threw that on.
Right.
I thought, I'm not a big Western fan, but story-wise, 3 honestly might be up there as the best. Like, for everything it is. I love that trilogy so much. The music, the casting, the effects, it's so quotable. And it's something that's lost in movies these days, obviously, is just the charm in a movie. You could tell who made this.
Right, yeah.
Everyone involved, probably down to the guys with the boom mic, everything cared. And once again, Indiana Jones trilogy too, a lot of these we talked about were blockbusters. They don't do that anymore.
Yep.
And just underrated scenes, like when he comes back in time and you can see 2 different people, but you can't bump into him. He sees Doc get killed by the terrorists, so he understands. Like, movies where the idea of time travel, you got like Back to the Future style, Terminator style. It's hard to understand when you talk about that, but it's another movie that, like, it's fun. The unknown of it, I guess, of time travel. Like, I'm not a smart guy, and it's like I've watched certain movies where they're explaining the travel and you're trying to understand it, like Phantasm. Like, I try to understand it, and I realize I just got to sit back and let it play and enjoy it.
Yeah, that movie is not. Yeah, Phantasm is not meant for you to understand. Whereas Back to the Future is. He literally draws a line and explains it to people in part 2. Very good. Part 1's a perfect movie for film school, in the sense that the first half an hour sets up every little piece of information that you could ever possibly need. And when you watch it the first time, you might not catch all the information, but then as it's dulled out throughout the rest of the movie, you're like, oh yeah. Like he goes, the only thing that can do it is a bolt of lightning. What? But we never know when or where one's going to strike. He's like, wait a minute. And then even as an audience, like, oh yeah, fuck, at the beginning they said, and he goes like, we do now. Oh shit. Yep. Like ripping up the note, and then he's like, he does that big speech. He's like, I thought you said this big speech. He's like, I thought, what the heck? Oh, I love it, because Doc Brown, he has heart. He's a scientist, but not really. He's actually not a scientist. He's an adventurer. He's a scientist because he's only a scientist because he needs to be a scientist in order to be an adventurer. That's the only reason he's a scientist, right? That's
nice.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Part 2's ending, when he comes back and the old Doc's like, I just sent you back to the future. He's like, yeah, I'm back from the future. I need your help. You're like, and he faints. You're like, yeah, so good. Because like, wait a minute, he just left it. He came right around the corner. You're like, what the hell? This guy's back.
He's all freaked out.
Yeah. I think the Western stuff, there's only one gripe, and this isn't my opinion. Ebert said this in his review, and when I watched his review back then, it irked me to this day. It still irks me. He's like, when they go back in time to the Old West, they go back to the romanticized Old West, not to how it actually was. He goes, it would have been cooler, because the Old West, it's like, it's shitty. Like, if you watch Deadwood or any of these other old time shows, like, it's not, they went to a romanticized version of the Old West, where it's sort of like the Hollywoodized version, not the actual. But the problem is that you really couldn't do that. It's still for family. And the main point of that is that what is, Dane said this, is the Doc and Marty relationship is so strong. They're not even father and son, but it doesn't matter. There's their relationship.
Right.
There's their relationship, but because Marty doesn't have a relationship with his real father, because his father was always too weak or whatever. The thing too is that, like, the father changing is awesome. But when we're watching the movie, if you watch it today, like when we saw it in the 80s, you saw a movie about the 50s. You're like, okay, this is the 50s. But if you watch it today, now you're seeing what the 80s was like and what the 50s was like. There's two, right? Yep. There's two histories now. When we watched it as kids, we just thought this is today. Right, like this is today, and that was mom and dad's time. But now Pete's son can watch and be like, this is dad's time and granddad's time.
Wait, we're talking about Back to the Future. You just watched that with me.
Oh, you did.
What'd you think, buddy?
Hang on, here, bud. Here.
Short change.
What'd you think, man?
I liked it.
Awesome.
2 thumbs up.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the scientist was really smart. I thought it was cool how he thought in the past about the future.
Yes, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And then when he says he's Darth Vader and he presses the thing and scares the guy, that was pretty funny. I'm Darth Vader. Awesome.
And another movie where the soundtrack and the score
are both amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was a very good soundtrack. It was really good.
And everyone knows that like that music, and then Back in Time and all that is great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it tonight.
I liked how they used the.
It's got Back to the Future lunchbox.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want to show on the internet what's in here though. I'll just keep that a secret.
I'll tell you a story about that off air.
I think I might have an idea.
But it's perfect.
Hold that for me.
Yeah, I liked how they used the tower pole to ignite it, so like a lightning pole, so the car could warp back to the future, so he could get back to his original time, and that
was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it got unplugged, and then so first it was so hard to plug it in, and then it got unplugged, and he had to go back and replug it. That was cool too. Like they added another layer of excitement.
Yeah. I didn't think he was going to make it back when I watched it. I didn't think he was going to make it back.
Tell your dad, now you got to watch part 2 and 3.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the trilogy pack when I was at Walmart one day, so I haven't watched the second one in a while.
It's awesome.
I remember basically what happened.
Trey, I think part 2 will be your favorite.
Probably 20 years since I've seen the third
I think you'll like that one. I liked it the most as a kid. They go to the future with flying cars and all that. It's fun.
Oh, okay.
I smell a watch along.
Okay, bye,
all right.
guys.
See ya. It's good to see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.